It's time for group therapy with a situation I'll bet you can relate to. Help me, Rhonda. I'm naturally a high performer in my role, and it comes from loving what I do. But I work with other admins who are less passionate and just put in the hours. It's a job to them. I get that. I was told to do less if I'm a real team member, as I'm making them look bad, raising the bar too high, and causing more work. This surfaces all sorts of issue within the team dynamics, as you can imagine, feelings of inadequacy, inequality, resentment, etc. Management wants me to take the high road and just get along. You're all equal. I don't feel others should dim my light or limit myself on a future promotion. How can I be a more effective team member without sacrificing who I am? Signed, Sacrifice or Shine. Now, before I get to individual responses, and we had many to share with you, the overwhelming majority advised you to shine and not to sacrifice. However, we have a few different things you can do and a few other opinions to share with you as well. And our first advice comes from Debbie Sue Brewer from Denver, Colorado. Debbie Sue says that you should not compromise your quality to meet someone else's quality and recommends that you find a group of admins who are like minded. She shared that the first time she attended an admin conference, she was in a giant auditorium with thousands of other admins who shared her passion and excitement for the field. For Debbie Sue, it was a game changer and advises you to find that passion in a conference or an association. Dana Hoffman from Ohio says that since management wants you to take the high road, it sounds as though you've already addressed this with your superiors. And Dana says that was the correct first step. Now, she says that you definitely have to be the bigger person in the situation. You have to be nice and try to get along, staying in your lane and don't do someone else's work. However, you have to stay true to yourself and don't let them dim your light. You are obviously hired for your desirable qualities. You can only control you and you can't control the others. Dana shares that every job you do reflects who you are and suggests that you shine. Vince Lombardi says every job is a self portrait of the person who did it. Autograph your work with excellent. Now, Carol Fitzgerald from Jacksonville, Florida, tells you to take the advice of management and tone it down if you plan to stay at that company. If not, look for something where your high performance won't cause any issues. Lynn Schutz from Montevideo, Minnesota says that one of the best ways to create change in others is to first evaluate yourself to see if change could or should be made. Perhaps a small tweak to how you operate day to day may foster the change in others on how they do their jobs. And Kim Armstrong from Timmins, Ontario reminds you that you interview every day for the next promotion or position you want. Your work ethic will shine through. Although Kim would recommend being yourself with the work ethic you have, recognize that team play is part of that and suggested, as Lynn did previously, that perhaps a small tweak on how you could operate might have an impact on others. From Calgary, Alberta, Michelle Frame says that if your peers want to coast, that's on them. But if your management wants you to ease off, that's counterproductive for most companies. Michelle shares that it might be time to cast your gaze elsewhere and find the place where you can shine and be recognized and rewarded for it and not restrained. Kristen Gullidge from Woodinville, Washington says that to shine, you should become a leader in extracurricular activities which are not assigned as part of your regular role. Management wants you to be a team player because that's what they value the most and to follow their direction. And Diane Reagan from Salt Lake City, Utah says that it's one thing for your peers to ask you to underperform. It's entirely different for your manager to suggest you take that high road. So it sounds like your manager is the one dimming your light. Ask yourself, is it time to make a career move. And Andrea Kislik said to encourage team building activities to increase morale to get to know each other. Now, I know that I've worked with admin teams before, and after spending time doing non-work things together, we often get to know each other a lot better. And sometimes that friendship eases some of the internal frictions of working together. The more you get to know one another, the more you understand, they will understand that your drive isn't intended to make others look bad. Now, as you can see, they're telling you, pay attention to what management is saying and ask yourself if this is the right culture fit for you. But pretty much everybody's telling you, don't let others dim your light. Find where you can shine brightly. The fact that you're asking the question tells me you already know there's a culture misfit. And trust your instinct, trust all of this guidance from others who have been in your spot and shine brightly. Good luck.